Hey everybody, welcome to the game nights, and we're doing Let's Play Subnautica. This is the first Subnautica, and we're playing on hardcore mode, because I've played this game several times, absolutely love it, and being that we have the new Subnautica Below Zero coming out, no better time than to play Subnautica again. So this is going to be kind of a walkthrough for Subnautica, but again, we're playing on hardcore mode, so if we die, that's it. Now, if you guys have not played this game, this is one of my favorite games of all time. Came out a few years ago, and played it a ton, but if you haven't played it, I definitely suggest you pick it up. The music alone is worth the investment. So, let's get going.
Attention. Hull failure imminent. All personnel abandon ship.
So, if you haven't played the game, right away. Kind of thrown into this, oh my gosh, what's going on? You hear an explosion, you're getting out to some sort of a launch pad. Oh no, the ship is blowing up! This is a really good way to start off the game, just kind of launch you into it. Kind of the shakes, what's going on. Oh, he gets smacked in the head and get knocked out. You're kind of waking up, you're dizzy. The ship is on fire, and there we go. You kind of freak out because you're locked in there. Okay, this is like one of the few times in the whole game you get to hear this cool, like, techno beat. It's actually pretty cool. Alright, so we're playing on the PC, so right away we pick up a fire extinguisher, knock out the fire. If you're playing this game and want to do this walkthrough, make sure you put out the fire before you walk forward, because you can injure yourself right away just by walking into the fire a little bit. I love the sound effect. Altera. It's pretty cute.
You have suffered minor head trauma.
Just
this
minor.
Is considered an optimal outcome. This PDA has now rebooted in emergency mode with one directive: to keep you alive on an alien world. Please refer to the databank for detailed survival advice. Good luck.
Alright, so that's kind of our intro to this whole game, is just, you're kind of like in this survival pad, you got a cool little iPad sort of thing here. And you got your inventory, got blueprints, a lot of stuff that we're going to be making. You got kind of a beacon manager for your life pod to start off with, a photo manager so we can take photos. You can kind of go back if you missed some sort of a voice log, you can go back and listen to it. Then we got some data banks. Now the game originally, it wants us to open it and then close it. In the data bank you do have your original blueprints and equipment. It'll walk you through what an air pump is, handheld scanner, repair tool, kind of a hint to the things you should be getting first. Even gives you more information. But what's really cool is it says here, start here. If you're able to dig into the survival package, it basically tells you the basics of the game. That your PDA automatically rebooted in emergency mode. It features kind of full monitoring of vital signs, kind of onboard camera, microphone, and compatibility with all Altera compliant products. Gives you kind of a checklist just to start off. First aid if required, take inventory of your supplies, survey your environment, all these different basic things. But especially if you're just new to the game, it's really helpful. And it kind of gives you a hint that your blueprint database is corrupted. So if your PDA hard drive corrupted, approximately 8% of stored survival blueprints. So you're missing a lot of blueprints, so that's a big thing in the game. Then of course, if you look in the bottom left, we have our oxygen, some health. The health is a little bit low, your food is less than half, and water's pretty low too. So here, I've watched some other people play the game and they often miss this, but you get an open storage container right here. And so you initially start off with some nutrient blocks, a flare. I always start with one flare, get rid of the fire extinguisher, we won't need it for a while. We are going to need some water, and I always take a nutrient block. So just basics so that if we run low while we're exploring, we can always use that as a reserve. And just kind of look around. We have our damaged secondary systems. A nice fabricator with cool stuffs. And this was probably pretty confusing when I first played it, because you get resources, and that kind of walks you through that you can make titanium from metal salvage. You can kind of break things down over time. And as you play the game, you kind of learn what it takes to make things. Like a battery, that's pretty important. You need 2 acid mushrooms and some copper. You need filtered water. You can make disinfecting water by using bleach. And then other things like fin, you need silicone rubber. The first big thing, we need a standard oxygen tank. We need 3 titanium to do that, so we're gonna need titanium. First, let's explore. So, that's like the first image you get of this game. It's so awesome.
Aurora suffered orbital hull failure.
That the
Cause unknown. 0 human life signs detected.
So basically, at the start of the game, you are in the ship. It crashes. You don't know why it crashed, and then yeah, you're on this ocean planet. There's no islands or anything that you can see. You got a little thing sticking out over there. Your life pod, whenever you start a new game, kind of spawns in a slightly different area. It might be programmed based if you're on permadeath mode, or if you're on the hardcore mode, or if you're on something else. So we got little fishies. You can swim around, pick up some metal. Ooh.
New creature discovered.
This is bladderfish.
Alien life forms
and a peeper.
May have
just kind of picking up some little things while we're here.
Utilizing alien resources is a proven survival strategy. New creature discovered.
So, obviously, as you can see, you can grab certain fish. Now, you do swim faster when you're not holding on to a fish. Come here. Come here, fishy. We really don't need that many fish right now, but as you get closer to the peepers, they tend to run away. We'll need a couple of these. Just watching my oxygen, make sure I get up there. So, we're gonna need some more titanium. So really, right away when you start, I think when I first played it, I swam right toward the Aurora. But the Aurora, unfortunately, is leaking radiation from their core drives, or drive core. And if you run toward it or swim toward it, you're going to end up getting poisoning, and then you can die. Your health will drop. This is kind of a cool brain coral thing. It pops up water, kind of like you can breathe from Sonic in the Sonic the Hedgehog games in the Labyrinth zones. So a big thing is just knowing where you're at. And I'm going to head toward the seaweed here, because these kind of kelp zones, they have that yellow thing there. I'm going to need that. It's a grapeseed cluster. Let's...
New blueprint.
I feel like I'm swimming so slow. Gotta watch our oxygen, because on the death mode here, it won't give me alerts that we're close to suffocating. If you play on any of the easier modes, it'll give you a warning when your health, your oxygen's running low.
Copper is an essential component of all powered equipment. Your probability of survival has just increased to unlikely, but plausible.
Right now I'm just picking up some glass, little things of copper. I'm going to do one other thing quick, because it's right here. It's actually a really nice place that it spawned me, because we're right near a lot of good resources. I'm going to sneak into this spot, because I know this. This little spot here has lead, gold, silver.
In the local cave systems.
And if you really want, you can piss off one of the fish. That guy. Pick up that and run away! I'm probably going to get hurt here. That's okay. Sounds like you got stuck somewhere, so I snuck out of there. Robbed him blind. Whoa. Stalkers zipping around pretty fast. So, tab, we're pretty much all full, so might as well just head back. Now, this live stream, we're recording this live, whether you're catching us here live or on the replay. Definitely check us out. If you enjoy our channel, you like us playing games, hit subscribe. Myself and Spoofy, I go by Off of Lawful. Spoofy has been running on his channel for quite some time. He posts a lot of great content. Definitely watch him when he goes live on pretty much any game he plays. He just destroys. We have this first aid kit here. It fabricates it for us, so we're at 81% health. Might as well just use that one now. We're going to get more in the future. But definitely subscribe to our channel. Hit that like button if you like Subnautica, or if you just, again, like playing games, hanging out, having a good time. I don't know about you guys, but playing games really helps me relax. It is really a way, helps me unwind. I look forward to playing games. It's always been a thing for me, a little escape. So, what I've been doing here, right away I made some silicone rubber. And that was using the grape seed cluster, creepvine seed cluster. And that's going to help us make some swimming fins. Here we go. 2 silicone rubbers to make fins. And so now we're going to be able to swim faster. We made some titanium, so I might as well make some standard oxygen tank.
For your safety, this setting cannot be overridden.
Now what else can we make? Air bladder.
Acquired.
Need silicone rubber. We're going to need at least... We got cave sulfur, titanium. We need more silicone rubber to make the repair tool. And we're going to need a battery. Well, I think we got pretty much all of that stuff, so we're going to need more silicone rubber. We're going to break down another scrap metal for more titanium. We have glass, lubricant. We don't need that quite yet. What we do need is a battery. Use a copper and the acid mushrooms I picked up.
New blueprint acquired.
So we are going to need the repair tool and the scanner. We're going to need them both. And I think we have enough to get both.
Damage to the Aurora's drive core sustained during planet fall.
So they just told us that the Aurora's drive core is damaged.
Blueprints from salvage technology and to record alien biological data.
The scanner tool is probably the #1 thing you need in the game. Be able to scan different things around your environment, learn what's good and what's bad. We can make a survival knife. Definitely need that. It's the only weapon you really get in the game.
Weapons were removed from standard survival blueprints following the massacre on Abraxas Prime. The knife remains the only exception.
And that explains why you are not allowed to give you other weapons in the game. And I think that was a smart idea, because it kind of makes you more freaked out. You can't get like a harpoon gun to defend yourself. You're really vulnerable to giant monsters and fish. Oh no, my health! So we got a lot of peepers. So first, let's go to cook peeper.
The fabricator cooks
We gotta watch the food
organisms
levels. So
while
I'm gonna
disposing
cook a
of the
couple
skeletal
peepers. We're gonna make some
structure,
filtered water
bodily
with bladder
fluids,
fish.
and internal organs,
I'll have to get another
thus
bladder
rendering
fish
them
though,
safe for
because
human
we do need to
consumption.
make the air bladder. Cook the peeper. Cook the peeper. I might as well drink some filtered water. So we have 2 more creepified sea celesters, a bunch of quartz, that's good stuff. And we're already unlocking stuff. Power cell we got. High capacity oxygen tank. So we need a standard oxygen tank, which we just got, and 2 glass. I don't think I have enough quartz. I only have 1 quartz short. So we're gonna go ahead and just throw some of this stuff over here. You. Might as well break down the creepvine seed clusters because they take up so much space. We'll do some silicone rubber and at least 1 lubricant. And we're gonna need glass.
Is essential in construction of vehicles and power plants.
Let's. My keyboard is slightly under the table, and so sometimes there we go. I miss where I'm at. There we are. Oh yeah, you can jump from here. And so, while you're watching this live, I have no idea what my camera's going to look like. I tested it once before, and the camera looked like a potato. And but when I'm looking at it, it looks great. It looks like, you know, it's in perfect HD. So hopefully it looks good. And let me know if you guys are catching this live. Let me know in the comments section, in the chat, if if the camera looks good at all or if it just looks like crap. If it looks like bad, it looks really bad. Sorry about that. We'll work on it. All right, now that I've got the repair tool, pull that up. So right away, this thing's broken, and it tells us that circuitry test has failed, secondary systems failed, but the flotation device is failed. So we're going to go ahead and repair it.
Lifepod secondary systems online. Running full environment diagnostic and outputting results to databank.
So right away, telling us some geological data. Can't see it there. Basically saying that safety warnings may support Leviathan-class predators. The water is contaminated with high levels of foreign bacteria, and you're not going to be rescued. So, now what? So that's pretty cool. It gives us more energy. Basically just tells us the basics. But we do have this little radio, and that's important for the basic story of the game.
This is Aurora. Distress signal received. Rescue operation will be dispatched to your location in 9 hours. Continue to monitor for emergency transmissions from other life pods.
Alright, so we released repair the radio, but we don't really have access to it this time. A couple of things we do want to do. Gonna get survival night up there. Just binding my quick slots and for whenever I need them. I like pulling out the knife because he does a little twirl. And then we have our cell scanner, or just scanner in general. And so let's see. I wonder what's... Oh, it's going to scan.
Self-scan complete.
So it says we're normal, we're not
Vital
infected.
signs normal.
Even though there's a lot of
Continuing
bacteria.
to monitor.
Oh no, sun's going down. What else do we need? So right away we do need a... Well, might as well scan some stuff while we're at it. Now I'm not going to scan everything in the game, but if something scan... Ooh, infused. If there's something I can scan, I'm going to go ahead and try to scan it. I've played through the game once scanning everything, even the hard monsters to run up to where they're going to kill you right away. So we know we're going to need table 4, but we're right by it, so that'll be good. Arriving need. So when you scan these objects right away, you can hit the tab button and it'll tell you more about it. I'm going to need another one. Boomerang. Here, boomerang. Scan. And bleed.
New creature discovered.
Now, I need another glass. So we're going to need quartz. Let's find some quartz. There. It's so nice being right next to this giant coral tube. Oh, scan the giant coral tube. Limestone chunk. Limestone will give you copper and titanium. Look at all this stuff. We're gonna need some quartz. And we're gonna need another battery or 20. Usually don't need that many batteries, but we are gonna have to make some batteries. Alright. Ooh, coral shell things. A couple other things to buy. What's this thing? It's a new ball. So the music in this game is so it's either relaxing, there's times when it's relaxing, there's times when it's like super upbeat and gets your adrenaline going, and there's times when it's absolutely terrifying. You need the air bladder. So the air bladder is really cool and helpful tool. When I first played it, I never played with it, but there's a couple other times I've done it. It's an easy way when you're down really low, you just activate it and it floats you to the top of the water surface. Need some glass. maxed out oxygen tank. Take that off. So you have to go in here, take it off. There we go. Now we got a high capacity oxygen tank. That's the theme song for the oxygen tank. Alright, so what else? Right now, we can make the habitat builder. That's the other thing for us to build. Computer chip, wiring kit, and battery. Wiring kit and computer chip can be a pain. Wiring kit, you need 2 silver. Computer chip, oof, we're gonna need gold, which I think we have 1 gold. 2 table coral samples and 2 copper. We're gonna need 2 copper to make copper wire. We got at least 1 of those. Put you guys back. Don't need you for now. Might as well cook a peeper. And if we want, we can start making bleach. I don't remember how to make bleach. I think you need salt and table something. Coral tubes. We'll eventually get there. You need a lot of water. Oh, did we have a radio signal? No, not yet. That, but what I did here, I'm just going up and down, there we go. We need that. At least 1, just in case. Because we are playing on the death mode. Hardcore mode, this should be cool. I hope I don't die. It's the only real problem is the, like, the leviathans. That's what it takes. Take some coral samples. There we go. Okay, now what? We need gold, which we've got gold, and then... So we can make a computer chip, but we need 2 silver. We're gonna go this way. There is a spot in this direction. I think you swim slightly faster on the surface of the water. So, the reason I'm going over this way is because there is a vent. And if you've never played the game before, it takes a while to figure this out where things like silver and other rare precious metals, you can find them. But near vents, anything deeper in your vents, you can usually find sandstone, which has things like lead, silver, there's gold. Basically everything. We're so early in the game, we need just about everything. There's another silver, lead, and more silver. I actually think silver is one of the most valuable things. You seem to make so many electronics in the game. It's a shutterbug. Might as well scan the shuttlebug. Shuttlebugs are kind of useless in the game. You can't eat them. You just find them in like caves. It's a whole fish, or a loop fish, what do you call it? Whole fish.
New creature discovered.
So that's a creature egg. We don't really need those until later. Suppose you could pick them up earlier. The creature eggs, you really can't. So that's used for spawning some fish if you want to keep them in any sort of a containment vessel, but it doesn't come till later. We don't have that yet. But I think now we do have the proper tools or equipment for us to make a wiring kit, and then we need copper wire, and then we just need a gold piece, and we can make a computer chip. Okay. So we've made pretty much almost everything. I need another battery. Do I even have? I've got plenty of copper, so we just need... Oh, that's right, we can go through the bottom. We've been going up through the top the whole time. We need 2 more acid instruments. And then we can make our... Hey, look, we learned a new thing, which was an advanced wiring kit. And we got a rebreather, so now we need fiber mesh. At first I was like, we've got everything. Not quite. Oh, that's right, I need to make the battery. So here we got the battery, and we can make
The Builder tool is designed to construct habitats capable of withstanding extreme environmental conditions.
So now that we have the habitat builder, we can start building things, but might as well make another wiring kit and fiber mesh because the rebreather is awesome. Are we all out of silver though? We need another silver. Darn. Okay. We still don't have any messages. Well, let's dump some stuff off since we don't need to carry everything. We are getting pretty full though. And so when you start getting full, ooh, we got a message. That's that little thing in the corner. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's take 2 more. A couple of these things. The reason I'm picking all these up is because I am going to start building a kind of a living containment center. Oh wait, that's right. What do we need? We need a hatch, quartz, titanium, solar panel, copper ore, 2 titanium, 2 quartz. So I need at least 3 quartz. 1, 2, 3, 4 titanium.
Caution. Continued degradation of the Aurora's drive core
What should we have?
may result in a quantum detonation. Continuing to
8
monitor.
titanium. Good. I think we have enough. Maybe. Let's see. Oh, that's right. We can swim first. I'm just carrying the whole fish. That's first. Where are we at? Trying to scope out a good place to put our base. I think putting our base over this direction might be nice. Yeah, right over here should be good. Let's pull out the habitat builder. There we go. Oh no, we're gonna need 2 lead. I forgot about the foundation. Okay. Back to our life box. Plus we got 2 messages to listen to. Again, I think we swim just a little faster.
Receiving pre-recorded distress call, laying back.
This is Lifepod 3, uploading our coordinates. We're plugging some holes in our emergency sea glide, so if we're late for the rendezvous, don't panic. Also, don't go home without us. Seriously. 3 out.
Signal location uploaded to PDA.
So that's the part when we first hear that, hey, there might be survivors. We might have survivors. Hey guys. First, pick you up because you're here. Hey, rabbit ring. Said we're going to scan as much as we can as long as it passes by us. I think I might end up needing a little bit more, just a little bit more of the titanium. Ooh, Gary fish. From SpongeBob. Gary!
New creature discovered.
Found fish. First, so let's just cancel that and look around, make sure this is where we want to put it. I think this is good. Except for these guys. I don't want these guys right next to me all the time. This should be good. First, we're going to put the foundation down. and we will do a... We're just going to do a basic compartment thing. And some energy. So a solar panel, of course, is going to give us enough electricity energy to hang out in the compartment. But we also need an access point with a hatchet. Yes, I need
Power
one
restored.
titanium.
All primary systems online.
And back. Ooh, floaters. As we scan you. So the floaters, unfortunately, can mess up your game. A lot of people, I remember, I've watched some people do Let's Plays, and they were in their submarine, and they were talking about how the submarine kept on floating up, or they were falling through the floor. It wasn't because they were falling through the floor, it was because they had a floater stuck on their submarine, and their submarine was causing the whole submarine to slowly float up, and so it confused the graphics, and yeah, they would fall through the floor. And I know that because it happened to me before. Might as well make some water. What else? We can cook a whole fish. Let's eat the whole fish. And next. See, we're running low on water. We need to keep making water. Ooh, it's nighttime. Look at all these guys. So this is where you pull out your flare. You can throw your flare, but then I just pick it up and carry it like a torch. Now, we do need some titanium. Maybe if I'm lucky, this will be... Hey, titanium. There we go. Sometimes it stinks when you first make your platform to start building. You have to kind of remember where you built it. I think it's right straight ahead. You do get a beacon, which I think we'll go probably learn the blueprint for that one next, just so that we can mark things quicker and easier. There we go. Apartment hatch. There we go. Got our first home.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Let's see. Now, might as well. We can either go explore our life pod 3 in the shallows. I feel like I'm so slow. Yeah, let's do that. Let's go explore life pod 3, and hopefully we'll get a new tool there, and that'll help us go a little faster. Again, the sound and the music for this game, whoever did the sound design is an absolute master. And I hope for the second game they kind of have this similar feel. Of course, I want them to make new music, but I'd like to... Sometimes I'll listen to this type of music, this exact soundtrack, and kind of meditate to it. It makes it all like curious and a little scary. And of course at nighttime everything glows a little bit. It's like being in a black light. No, might as well see if we can stay away from the gas. I'm trying to scan the gas inside. Is he dead or sleeping? Oh, he's bugging out. So you can die if you get stuck in that gas. Unfortunately, gasopods, even though they're huge, you cannot eat them. Ooh, that reminds me, we do need to cut up some of this stuff. Cut up the creep vine.
New blueprint acquired.
Okay. We got our abandoned PDA.
Integrating new PDA data. Life on this planet grows in unusually distinct and diverse ecological biomes. Further study recommended.
No, I'm gonna go up here to the top just so that we have more oxygen and go ahead and listen to our PDA that we just picked up. There we go.
You really think it'll carry 2 of us?
Your regular sea glide tows a mass of 80 kilograms at over 30 kilometers an hour. The power cell rigged to this one should double that.
You think there's something out there that's faster?
Oh, sure. And that's assuming it doesn't overload 3 meters from the life pod.
You're calm about this.
I'm seeing the engineering problem. If I stop seeing the maths, I'll be terrified.
So the voice acting they did in this game, for the vast majority of them, I think was pretty good. And I thought it was just a clever way to do it. It reminded me a little bit of like BioShock has their
New blueprint acquired.
kind of the voice recorders. So we just found a compass and a
New
hoverfish.
creature discovered.
And we scanned one piece of a sea glide, which is what I'm really looking forward to, because with the sea glide, hey, salt. With the sea glide, we will be able to travel much, much faster. Usually there's at least one other sea glide nearby. Lots of metal salvage. Wait, what was that? Is that a... I missed it. I know it was a boomerang fish, but I wasn't sure if that was a boomerang fish that was infected. Let's scan this guy, because he's a different fish we haven't found yet. Hoopfish.
New
We had a
creature
whole fish,
discovered.
now a hoopfish. Alright. We do need to get another... I'm keeping my eyes out for... That's an easy... Silver? Gold, isn't it? There's another one. Silver! Yes! Again, I said before, silver seems to be the hardest one to find sometimes. Pick up some salt. Later, you do not need to pick up salt. If anything, you're throwing salt away. So you get too much of it. I think, okay, well, it's not the one I wanted, but a mobile vehicle way back to Google. So now I'm kind of just scoping out where I can get new blueprints. There's some wreckage over here, usually. I can get some more blueprints. Because I want to make a sea glide. There. Sea glide! There we go. Now sea glide.
New blueprint acquired.
Hey, trash can.
New blueprint acquired.
So the stalkers are picking up a lot of the metal salvage. Oh my god, did he really go through that hole? Oh my gosh. I don't think I've ever seen a stalker do that. He's kind of bugging through the walls, I think. Not sure. But stalkers, when they grab those metal things, occasionally their teeth will drop. That's a really important thing. So occasionally I just look for it. Hey, we got another radio. Well, if you've played this again, if you're just catching us on the replay, tell me your favorite part of this game. Do you just like the music, like I do? Do you love exploring the Aurora? Do you love any specific biome? One of the biggest things I think that made this game so successful was the pacing of the game. The way you get upgrades and the way you can learn which upgrades you want to use, that pacing is perfectly set up. Where other games around the time this game came out, what is that called?
Pre-recorded distress call.
This is Life Pod 6. I have a passenger on board. Coordinates attached. We've landed a kilometer from the crash site, but there's radiation in between us and the rendezvous. Request immediate assistance. 6 out.
So
Signal coordinates
I'm just letting
corrupted.
that play so you guys can hear it.
Transmission origin recorded to data bank.
So at the same time, what's it called? No Man's Sky was coming out, and I played No Man's Sky, but it just didn't seem paced very well. I know they've had a lot of updates that mean the game is supposed to be a lot better now, but when it first came out, the pacing for the upgrades didn't make sense. It takes so long to get an upgrade, or it got too fast, and then what you get from the upgrade wasn't really that good. So this game, though, seems like for exploration,
Bleach
for a
is
little
an
bit of
essential
cost
chemical used for
reward,
cleaning wounds
um,
and purifying
it
water.
really seemed to be paced well, and that's why it just kept feeding you. Oh, well, now I can upgrade this, and now I can go here, now I can do this. Now I can go deeper, now I can explore here. Hey, we got disinfectant water. So the bleach is good because you can disinfect your
Preparing the
water,
day's water ration
and it gives you not
ahead
only
of time
more
will help
ounces
ensure
of water.
against dehydration.
So I
and
think the
eventual
normal one
death.
is 6 ounces of filtered water. This gives you 12 ounces, and it gives you 2 of them. Somehow it doubles your water. Maybe even more. I think it's a little more. I don't want to bother with the math right now. Okay, so now we got a bunch of water. Look at all this disinfectant water. So it gives you 30 H2O. Filtered water gives you 20. The disinfectant water gives you 30. So I might as well start using up some of the regular filtered water. Okay, now we're at 100. If we want, we can cook some good fish. Might as well taste the ocean, guys. Let's cook Gary fish.
It is common for those accustomed to synthetic foods to be repulsed by eating an animal carcass. Remember that humans
Store
survived this way
some of our
for
water.
millennia.
We don't need all of
You
it.
can too.
It's always good to carry at least 1 or 2 waters. And what do we got? Creep vine. We already got our fiber mesh.
Warning. Local radiation readings suggest the Aurora's drive core has reached critical state. Quantum detonation will occur within 2 hours.
Oh no, so the Aurora's drive core is going to blow up. Come on. We can make a compass now with copper wire and wiring kit. If we want. We don't need to. We do need to make a sea glide, so we need a battery, lubricant, and copper wire. We already have lubricant. We need probably three coppers to make the battery and wire. So we need 2. Oh, we already have 2. We need another one. So yeah. Okay. We're gonna need another copper. So again, copper can be found in limestone. And usually limestone is found nearby these this quiet reef and this coral tube. It's a nice place for it. They even grow on top of the coral tube, not just inside. Let's get titanium. And we're gonna need 2 of you guys, so. Making batteries. And again, we're going to need more water at some point, so I might as well pick up that guy. And now we're going to go ahead and make us some wire. And we need that. What was the other thing we know? We need lubricant. We got lubricant. Anything else? Let me just quickly look. And hey, we got all the stuff we need. Take a sea glide.
The sea glide will increase your effective exploration range. For your safety, please pack supplies for long journeys and stay within 5 kilometers of the nearest life pod or habitat.
Now, what we're going to do is because we are going to need to. Let's leave these here. So I am just grabbing a few things because we are. We're going to make a quick short trip to our base. Let's first put the sea glide on there. Love the sea glide. Now, by right-clicking, you can change the light that you're using from the sea glide, as well as display a little topographical map. I've never really found that useful. If anything, it's just too right in the center of your display,
Welcome aboard,
and it gets in the way.
Captain.
It just isn't nice. I'm not sure if it uses more energy or not. But we came back here, because I'm running out of space in our normal like life pod. So we're gonna come here and we're gonna try and build. Where is it? There we go. Wall lockers. Because then we can start storing more stuff. Oh, not you. You want a wall locker. And we're just gonna start throwing stuff in. I don't care about organizing things right now. Sometime I'll be able to get things organized. I think that's pretty good. Might as well throw that guy. And we're gonna make one more. Bingo. Now you can spend forever making giant bases in this game. I don't think we're gonna do that. We got another radio station. So you can see how much faster you already go with the Sea Glide. I love it. And then we'll eventually get our fast fins.
Plan re-recorded. Distress call.
This is Ozzy from the cafeteria. What the hell, guys? They didn't warn us this might happen. Our pod was almost crushed by this Seamoth Bay on the way down. Now we're hanging on the edge of a cave system, and this grim-looking snake thing's trying to eat through the hull. Come get us already.
Signal location uploaded to PDA.
And that is the next destination. That's where we're going to be heading next. Is to Ozzy. Not Osborne. It'll get the Prince of Darkness. Let's see. That'd be pretty cool if they could have gotten Ozzy Osbourne to do the voice acting for that. Now, since we have a little bit, we're about 25. We have 75% of our health there. Might as well cook a fish. Get as maximum as you can.
Consider disguising the flavor of unsavory meat with salt or
And
locally
I forgot
sourced
to
herbs
use the
and
pirate signature. I was
spices.
going to drop that off at the base, but we'll leave it here. Don't need titanium. And we don't really need the builder for now either. And we don't need the flare anymore. We don't need the flare anymore because we have the Sea Glide. The Sea Glide has a nice little camera or a nice flashlight on it. We don't need the rocket boomerang. Eventually I'll toss that somewhere. Okay, well this thing is going to blow up soon, but we're going to go this way. We're going to Lifepod 17 near the cave system. Wait, did I? You know, we forgot to make something. Do you guys remember what we forgot to make? It's important for going deep. Let's go. We need Pathfinder tool. No, we do not need the Pathfinder tool. We need a rebreather. So we need a wiring kit and fiber mesh. And we have enough silver. I think we do, but we left it. What does it take to even make a builder? Fabricator. A gold, titanium, table core sample. Oh, we can do that. So we need a titanium, table coral sample. We'll grab this. Let's first grab a table coral sample. And we should have some gold back at our place. So I want to make a rebreather first because we're going to go deeper and that'll allow us to conserve our oxygen. And I think I put them all in the first one. Yeah, gold. So now if we pull back the Constructo tool here, we can build our own fabricator. We'll put it on this one. There we go. Now we don't have to keep on going back. Saves us some time. But what's the other thing? We need 2 silvers. And we do have those. I think we're gonna have to head back that way direction anyway, because I think our fiber mesh is still back at the other one. I think we can make a wiring kit while we're here. Might as well make another wall walker. We're gonna need it. I guess I don't have enough titanium. No, it's because it's bad. I swear I had titanium, but it's really, it was salvage. Plenty of wall space. Walker space. There we go, fiber mesh. And so now we can make our rebreather. Alright. So now we got a rebreather, we got our high capacity oxygen tank, and our fins. Since we're here, and we got a couple bladderfish.
Emergency. A quantum detonation has occurred in the Aurora's drive core. The reactor will reach a supercritical state in T-minus 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5,
Look at
4, 3, 2.
It's always a nice thing, cool thing that you don't want to miss.
New blueprint acquired.
And now we have the
For your
radiation
convenience,
suit.
The radiation suit has been added to your blueprint database. Congratulations, survivor. You
We're gonna
have
need 2
exceeded
fiber
your
mesh
weekly
and 2 lead. Now we got
exercise
plenty of
quotient
lead.
by
Fiber mesh we're gonna
500%.
need.
Data indicates that swimming was your favorite activity. Be sure to
Need
vary
more.
your routine for uniform muscle development.
They have such funny little things that they throw in this game. Comment about how you seem to like swimming the most. Like you'd have any other option. There we go. Plenty of that. We're gonna eventually. Oh, darn, we're gonna have to go back to the. Because all of our lead is at our base, so we're gonna have to go back to the base. Eventually, we'll basically just be staying at the base, except for the radio signal. I have the base so close to it, there's no real point to having building radio signal. A radio in the new base. Just 7 to make some back and forth trips. Did I leave the, I think I left the lead. So sad. Also have one of these. We're just gonna go ahead and at least make fiber mesh. There we go. A quick poop fish. Is there anything else that we need to make? Just the lead radiation suit. We need 2 lead. So unfortunately, with using things like the Sea Glide and all the other electronic components, you do lose your energy, so your batteries drain. And it means you will need to either make more batteries, find batteries, or get a recharger for your batteries. Or you can eventually get cool fins that help you charge your batteries. So I'm just dropping these things in here. Where we're going, we're not going to face radiation, so we're going to be okay. And then drop off some of these things. don't think we're going to need water. So let's do this. Let's drink water, eat the fish. Everything else we're going to need. So, where we're going anyways. Now, where was the other thing? There we go. Boom. We're going to LifePod 17. When I do play this game, I like to play it the way the game kind of gives you hints of where to go next, rather than go where I already know where I need to go. We're not trying to speed run or anything like that. So, naturally in the game, if you're playing it, didn't play it before, it would tell you, hey, go to LifePod 17. So, that's where we're going. And you can see the colors change, rendering a new biome. Some new enemies. Some cool new stuff. Then we got a new message. So this big thing is a Seamoth fragment. The next big important thing that we need to build. Construct.
Ozzy's log.
Let's listen to
It's
Ozzy.
the day of the crash. I don't know what the heck is happening. I'm scared and I'm not going outside. There are shadows in the water under the hatch, but I can't tell if they're rocks or aliens. And there's weird-looking caves nearby. The Aurora was carrying everything needed to build the phase gate. Mobile vehicle bays, bioreactors, propulsion cannons. It had a cinema. There was a zero-G gym. My cafe. I don't understand how we're here now. Don't know why no one's coming for me.
Short-range scans suggest
I feel
this
so bad
biome
for Ozzy.
supports extensive biodiversity and connects to a number of small cave networks.
So I pulled out our air bladder because it takes us up super fast. You can even jump in the air a little bit.
Local scans
I was
show
getting
a
eaten by
nearby
a little
cave
thing.
entrance, depth 90 meters, leading to an unknown environmental biome.
We're gonna need a scanner. Laser cutter. Another important thing. So I always like to look around for any other technology. There's this dark, deep spot. We'll get there in time. You got this cool thing. It's amazing how many people just swim right past this giant piece of wreckage. But I will never forget, this giant piece of wreckage was the first thing I ever explored when I first played the game, and it's what really got me hooked. I'm like, oh my gosh. I'm like spelunking into like lost treasure under the ocean. It makes it really cool feeling. There's a couple of ways you can enter this cool thing. So, up over here there's an entrance. And there's some things we can scan. We can get a desk.
New blueprint acquired.
Another abandoned PDA. Propulsion cannon.
Integrating new PDA data.
Now I'm watching my oxygen here because again we're on Permadeath hardcore mode.
New blueprint acquired.
In 30 seconds, I gotta go. Okay, let's get out of here. Hey, Reefback. Should we scan the Reefback? It's so close. That giant monster thing. Okay, when I first played this game, Reefbacks scared me. Just the sound of them and seeing how big they were, it's kind of intimidating. Thankfully, they are harmless. I think. Unless they changed it. Okay. There we go. I have not... Hey, Jason. Thanks for jumping on. No, I have not been to the Aurora yet. We have not gone that far. We're actually still fairly early. And as far as the music is concerned... Let's see if we can turn down the music a little bit. I didn't know the music was so loud. We'll turn down some of the other sound effects too. Let's turn down all of it. There we go. You have to let me know if that sounds better. We lost a little bit of our oxygen that way. Just want a quick check. You gotta be careful of electricity. Don't burn yourself with that. Before we can even head to the Aurora, we're gonna need to pick up a few more things. So, like the laser cutter. But we're gonna be able to get a lot of these different things. Jason, you'll have to let me know if the sound is better. But it's great to have you in here in the chat and hanging out with us.
New blueprint acquired.
Okay, so we got a lot of stuff now. Unfortunately, you can get kind of lost in here. You're like, how did I even get in here? There is... Ooh, another battery charger. Okay, so we're hit that point now where we've already collected a few things, and when you find a duplicate of it, it just gives you more titanium. So last... Again, the first time I ever played it, I went through there, and there's a kind of a vent that takes you deeper inside into new rooms. But I found later in a play that you can just cut through here, this little hole. Makes it a lot easier. But you do need a repair tool. So you can fix the door. There we go. And now we can open the door. Let's go back to the scanner tool. We already got the battery charger. Don't need that anymore. I think we're all done with the laser cutter too. Let's see, is it done? There we go. No, I think we need one more for laser cutter. Now we're done. Prawn suit fragment. There's so much cool stuff in here. Are we done with the propulsion cannon? Yeah, we are. You gotta watch that oxygen here. At about 30 seconds, I like to say, get the heck out of there. There's a swivel chair. Or command chair. And a swivel chair. And then a modification station. That's the big one. We definitely need that. What's that? Mobile vehicle frame fragment. We need that. You get so many different blueprints from this one shipwreck. After this, I'm going to go get oxygen. I get a little claustrophobic in this place because everything's on its side. You press up and you actually are kind of going like sideways in that room. And take that breather. Okay. I'm going back in. I'm getting stuck on the thing. Now there's this that's kind of scrambled. There is PDA here. But lights.
Integrating new PDA data. New blueprint acquired.
Modification station. Don't think we need that one anymore. Nope, we're all done. And I think that's all for this one. Let's get back, because unfortunately going in these vents gets a little... You get turned around pretty easily. Again, I get claustrophobic and I'm worried I'm going to die. Okay, so that's not where we need to go, but we can get some stuff. We do need to go down there, but again, don't want to risk it right now because of the oxygen. Just double check and make sure I'm not missing any other cool things. We're gonna make one last trip in just to play it safe. Don't get stuck here. Alright. And down. So, yeah, you can usually get a few more things. We all don't need to be able to modification station. We definitely need that one. And we're done. We got the lasers. We got so many things here.
Acquired.
And a picture frame. And I think that's all we really need from this spot here now. That's another battery charger. Which we don't need. And that's basically all we need from this place, so we're all done. Now the question is, how much room? Oh, we have plenty of room in here. There is one other thing we need though off the floor bed. I don't think we have the CMOS blueprint. Let's just double check. We have the CMOS. We do not have the CMOS completed, so there's one more CMOS blueprint we need to find. It's usually fairly close to here. I think I see it. Maybe. Yeah. Yep.
New blueprint acquired.
Oh, there's also a bioreactor fragment. I hear a sand shark. We do need one more bioreactor. It's not a huge deal because we'll find more. But now, like I said earlier, that we are going to explore the game like kind of in the order that the game reveals things. I'm not going to just go to where I know stuff is hidden. But this is one part I'm going to make kind of a little bit of an exception, because you're supposed to find this spot, and it tells you about this biome. Ooh, a Reginald. Let's scan Reginald. Come here, Reginald.
New creature discovered.
But we're going to go down here, because technically it's like, hey, there's a new biome right here, and he talks about snakes, right? So technically I'm not going ahead of where we're supposed to go just yet. But this does make it a little... I'm a little worried about my... if I'm going to drown or not, so we're going to pull this out. We're going to just get some air first. I'm not sure if you go fast... I feel like you go faster... without... Maybe go faster with the Sea Glide. I swear I used to go a lot faster with this thing. They did have a lot of updates fixing bugs since the last time I played this. So maybe they changed it. This place is one of the coolest, but for some reason freaks me out. I don't like the enemies here. But it's a way we can easily get a couple of more advanced things like that. Diamond and magnetite. Another thing. Those things. I don't like the snakes.
Your current bill stands at 3 million credits.
I love that little joke. Hey, lithium. That you're, everything, they kind of made a joke that...
Conditions in this cave support a microcosm of unique, possibly predatory life forms.
Gonna watch that.
Detecting an artificial structure somewhere in the region.
Lithium. Magnetite. first time we kind of get to hear the scary music of the game. The fire castle, lava castle music. We're gonna get out of here. Music is really good though. The oxygen now, the reason I'm boogieing out of here is just because I'm super deep. And I don't want to die. We get 22% power still. So I got 2 diamonds. And I'm just gonna quick check. Maybe I'll get lucky and find more diamonds because we do need diamonds to build a few things. I must be going right past it. I'm looking for the laser cutter. What's the laser cutter tool? Okay, there it is. Need 2 diamond for that. But then you need another diamond for the modification statement. So we need 3 diamonds. I think we just got it. So yeah, we have 2 diamonds. We got a lot of space left, so I'm gonna do it one more time. And if we're lucky, we'll get another diamond. Because that'll save a lot. We'll just be able to build those things right away. We'll eventually scan the mushrooms. Wow, they shale. God, I want gold. And eat that guy. Diamond! We're done. More magnetite. I don't even think you'll ever use this much magnetite in the game. You really only need magnetite to make one thing. Or maybe 2. It depends on all the stuff you want to build for your base. But for the basic things that you'll need to explore, I think you only need like 2 magnetite. Okay, we need to go back. Could have kept on grabbing stuff, especially lithium, but again, we'll get there. I do want to come down and grab a couple more of these if we can. Hey, we haven't scanned these things. And I grabbed the creepvine clusters so that we can make some, what do you call it? Lubricant. The essential lubricant. Lubricant is going to be good because we're going to make our sea moth. Hopefully the only sea moth we need to make, because you can destroy your sea moth fairly easily.
This is Avery Quinn of Trading Ship Sunbeam. Aurora, do you read? Over? Nothing but vacuum. These Altera ships. They run low on engine grease, send an SOS. You offer help, they don't pick up. Aurora, I'm out on the far side of the system. It's gonna take more than a week to reach your position. Do you still need our assistance? Over. I'll try them again tomorrow. Damn charter's gonna have us blowing our credits running errands for Altera. See what the long-range scans pick up in the meantime.
So, now we got a bunch of stuff. We're gonna go back and we're gonna make one more lubricant because at some point we're gonna need another. What else? We can cook the retinol. Damn. Wow. I never realized how much my food just went from like 50 to 100. I didn't know Reginald was so nutritious. And we need some disinfectant water. Take some more of this. Take the habitat builder. Okay. We got a lot of cool stuff, so let's first go back to our base. We're gonna need a beacon because I'm losing myself, my orientation of where my my stuff is. Oh no, we do need copper and some fungus. We're gonna need a lot of those. I know we need at least 3 batteries. Maybe 4. No, we probably... Well, we're gonna need more batteries no matter what. I'm just thinking, so there's kind of a cool little hack that you can do in this game, but... We're about with, we're gonna need to drop all... Let's drop all the magnetite. We're gonna need... Not gonna need those for a while. Or the lithiums. Or the golds, but we are gonna need the coppers. So first, what we will do is make 2 or 3 batteries. Now the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go take this and exchange it out. So now I have 100% in here. And then I'm going to change this one out. So now I just traded 2 batteries, filled up the tools, so now I have 100% battery power in the Sea Glide as well as my scanner. And now I have a 1% and a 60%. Now the cool thing is that if you need to make something that requires batteries, like the power cell has 2 batteries, and need a silicone rubber, if I can mix the silicone... I think I have some silicone back at the other place. If I create the power cell, it'll use the 2 partially charged batteries and charges them up for 100% power cell. It doesn't give you like a 50% power in your power cell when you make it. It just completely gives you a new power cell at 100%. There we go. And I'm using that because I know I need a power cell here for the mobile vehicle bay fragment. We need a lot of titanium. Because we are going to need lead computer chip, modification station. Before we even do that, let's focus on making a sea moth. Titanium ingot, power cell. So I need another power cell with me, so geez, we get a lot. Lead, glass. Titanium, lead, glass. 2 glass. And another power cell. Well, we're gonna need more titanium, so... And we're gonna need more glass. And hopefully a copper. We need 2 glass, so that means 4 quartz. Right, we got our glass down. Gotta go find some copper. I'm running out of space. Oh my god. Yeah. Let's just drop these guys because we don't need them. I'm eventually going to need some more of this, so might as well grab it while we're here. Copper. That's okay. We need to dump some stuff here. I feel like we got a really good spot for where this escape pod dropped. Okay. Might as well make some of our titanium and make some titanium ingots. We're gonna need at least 2 of them. glass. Anything else? No. Well, we're gonna eventually need copper wire, I guess. Right now, we need to focus. I don't think I need you right now. We're building stuff. So first things include we need lead, which we have lead. I think we have 1 lead, and we need that. Titanium ingot, lubricant, power cell. Might as well make that thing now. Well, we'll build the bay. Alright. Now, and we're gonna need power cell, titanium ingot, and lead. So to make the power cell, we're gonna need a lot of copper. We have 2 of them. We're gonna need to at least get 1 more silicone. We need another silicone rubber for our mushrooms. First, let's release the vehicle brake. Okay. We need 2 of these guys, or 4 of these. And we're gonna need some silicone. And silicone, we need the grapeseed first. I think what we'll do is we'll probably make the sea moth, and once we make the sea moth, we'll call this stream done for this session, our first episode of our Subnautica Let's Play here. That's good. 54. I already forgot what the other thing was that we needed. Oh, titanium. We need a lot more titanium. Let's make 2 batteries. Now before, again, we doing the same thing. We're at 85. How much do I have in our repair tool? 88. We're fine. Because everything else is 85, 86. So, because we're going to use them up, might as well save the like 20% battery that we did by kind of salvaging those. Ooh, we got another voicemail. Titanium and lead. We got our lead. And we already have 4, 5, so we just need 2. I think we just got 2 more messages.
Land re-recorded. Distress call.
This is Officer Keenan, Light Pod 19. The captain is gone. I have assumed command. The last thing the captain did was give me coordinates for dry land. We regroup 1.5 kilometers southwest of the crash site. Stay together and good luck. This message will now repeat.
Rendezvous coordinates corrupted. Transmission origin coordinates downloaded. Signal location uploaded to PDA.
So they just told us of another person or another life pod that we can go investigate. Which is good, because it leads us to another important kind of area. More to discover. And I think we have everything. Is that it? To make the sea moth? We've got the sea moth, guys. Let's make the sea moth. Or the crimson butterfly. Alright.
The sea moth is a fast, safe mode of transport, but remember that swimming is
The sea moth
good
is
for
like
your
the
glutes and endorphin
best thing in the
levels.
game, just because it really lets you explore a lot more freely. You just don't want to break, get killed. Here we go. Cool little sea moth. It's kind kind of a neat design for submersible. I was kind of confused though how you can open the latch and jump in, and it doesn't flood immediately with water. Must constantly be just sucking the water out. So it's a nice little submersible. All right, that is going to be it for our first stream here, guys. Thank you so much for joining in, whether, again, you caught us here live or you're watching on the replay. Again, drop a comment, leave us some love in the comment section, hit us a like button. If you're new here and you enjoy, again, just hanging out, playing games, if you love Subnautica, we're going to do some more, so hit the subscribe button for us here on Game Nights. Again, this is Awful Falafel, and we will see you